So, one of the big things that Nancy and I have been talking about, and something that we hear from people that we work with, people in our paid community, is I'm getting more engagement. My content is being seen by the people in my network, but how do I increase my visibility? How do I increase my reach? Now, you can create the best content in the world on LinkedIn, but if you don't have a network to support it, more specifically, a growing network to support it, your visibility is going to flatline. Now, before we dive into today's training and today's episode, one of the things that Nancy and I love to do is give as much free value and free resources as possible. And one of our most requested resources that we created a few months back is our three high impact post templates for LinkedIn content. Um, it's basically Mad Lib style. You're going to get some prompts that help you to craft and create really high impact thought leadership content for LinkedIn. So if you're watching on social, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just type the word me in the comments and we will send you the link to download it. If you are listening on the podcast, super duper easy. Just go to the description, the link will be there, click it, download it, and it's yours. And we want to hear your feedback, like which template of the three that you got did you like the most? How did they perform? Feedback is important to us. So when we talk about increasing your visibility on LinkedIn, yes, your content is a portion of it, but I think what people fail to remember is that every single account on LinkedIn, whether it's free or paid, you are given 100 invitations a week to send to targeted second connections to bring in to make them your first connection. Now, this can be done through the search engine or the My Network section, but LinkedIn is telling you, hey, we want to help you grow your visibility. We want to help you grow your reach. We want to help you grow your network. So here are 100 invite credits that you can use every single week to grow that network, to grow that visibility. So, Nance, I'll turn it to you first. There's a lot of people that do lean too heavily on just creating content and they forget about other facets of LinkedIn, like growing your network. Is there a reason why you think people are not leaning into that secondary aspect, creating the content, but inviting the right people in to see it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really comes back to, right? I think there's a sequence of things that we need to do and that we need to focus on whenever it comes to utilizing LinkedIn in the best way possible, right? And I think other people who are just posting, right? That's all you see. You don't see the behind the scenes stuff. And so everyone looks around and goes, oh, I guess I should be posting on LinkedIn. So I'm going to do that. That's one thing. Right. But whenever I talk about the sequence, I think number one, most important is deciding what you're using LinkedIn for. Okay. When you make the decision that I'm going to use LinkedIn to grow a network of connections of people who are going to build the know, like, and trust, they're going to see my content. They're going to be connections that I can reach out to. They're going to be people who will subscribe to my newsletter, right? They'll become cold leads and they'll warm up into warm leads. So I think those things are very important. And it's part of the bigger picture of using LinkedIn in the right way. So, number one, decide what you want to use LinkedIn for. And just for everyone who's listening right now, LinkedIn is not just for connecting with leads, right? It's not just for getting on calls, with the hopes that you're going to close someone into your programs. It's also an amazing game changer for your business of a place where you could actually use LinkedIn strategically just to make referral partners, what we call power partners, right? So, just to kind of give you a little example, because this is something that happened in my business, I had actually, with my agency, we do social media content repurposing. I was working with a nonprofit client, and I was kind of excited because I'm like, you know what, it'd be kind of cool to expand, in the nonprofit space. And there was a need that popped up. And it was a need for someone who did PR specifically in the nonprofit space. And so I started connecting with some, PR experts who specialized in working with nonprofits. Okay. Luckily, they put that on their profiles. I was able to sort through, I was able to actually connect with some pretty amazing people. And guys, it was probably my second call that I got on with someone and I started explaining, yeah, we're actually an agency. We help with the content side of things, but we're really looking for a PR partner. She goes, well, funny you mentioned that. I'm looking for a content partner, and most agencies, she said, do not, okay, whenever it comes to PR, don't want to touch the content side of things, but it's a necessary thing, right? For people to have content and to build their brand. And so she said, if you want to turn on the water hose, just let me know. I'll be a partner. I'd be happy to refer business. And again, I decided, I'm like, well, I don't really want to, really narrow in and go down that route at this time. But what a crazy conversation, right? One conversation and with a referral partner can open up so many doors. So just answering your question, Scott, there are so many other things, right? Behind content creation, and it's not rocket science. Right? It's deciding what you want to use LinkedIn for, and it's deciding and it's connecting with those people, right? Because who else is going to see your content, in the newsfeed consistently?
So I'm going to land the plane with this sentence or this kind of diatribe that I'm about to go on. So you don't, if you don't feel comfortable yet messaging people to network with them on or off the platform, you don't have to. I never try to tell people, oh, if you're connecting with these people and they're accepting your connection, you have to message them. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if you're given these 400 invite credits per month, 100 per week, that's an opportunity for you to get in front of 400 new people every single month. And if you compound that over a year, that's nearly 5,000 new people that you can reach out to and bring them into your network. So if you're more comfortable in the phase that you are in with LinkedIn right now currently, is creating really good content and making sure that it's just getting in front of the right people where conversations can be started within the comment section of that piece of content, just make sure that you're connecting with the right people. So if anyone reads any of my content on LinkedIn, it is always directed towards educating and informing coaches, consultants, and service professionals how they need to be using LinkedIn. Tips, takeaways, updates, new features, advice, things that they can apply right away, action steps. If something ends up happening on the back end of that, great. But what I am most focused on, outside of just creating any relationships on or off the platform, is leaving those people better, A, and B, starting some conversations in the comments, because that's where a lot of the relationships on LinkedIn are being built currently. I did a poll question last week. It got nearly 50 or 60 votes, but there were 50 comments. And it was just me conversing back and forth with the people engaging with me. That is the type of content that you want and the results that you want to see on LinkedIn. So really making sure that you're utilizing those 100 invite credits per week, the 400 per month, and specifically connecting with people that are your ideal target audience, your target client. The search engine is there for a reason. You can filter for a reason. So when I go in there, I type in the search bar, coach, comma, consultant, comma, service professional. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring about people within my second network that have coach or consultant or service professional in their profile, and I'm going to send out my connections to them. Now, because I'm using the free version of LinkedIn, I am limited to how many times I can use the search engine. So I only use it maybe twice a week. But as the right people start to accept my connection request, the My Network section, which is the suggested connections that LinkedIn gives you based on your search criteria, the people that have accepted your connection request, and things listed on your profile, they will basically hand feed you and spoon feed you ideal connections right there. So making sure that you're using that section as well on the other 3 days. So for me, I do searching Mondays and Fridays, and I use the My Network section Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Above that, it's also good to have some what I call business allies, as Nancy kind of forementioned with the partnership that she established on LinkedIn. You want those types of people in your network as well. So I have other LinkedIn coaches, LinkedIn consultants, LinkedIn experts within my feed and my network because we are aligned in similar beliefs of how people properly should be using LinkedIn so they will support my content, I will support theirs, and vice versa. So, increasing your visibility on LinkedIn is not just about the quality of your content. Yes, that is a key aspect to it, but having the right network that's going to see it and growing that network with the availability that LinkedIn gives you will increase your visibility over time. So, before we close out today's training in today's episode, remember if you're wanting to get started with the first part, which is starting to create some high impact content on LinkedIn, then download our free template resource, which gives you 3 high impact post templates for LinkedIn content to position you as a thought leader and an expert in the space that you're in. If you're listening on the podcast, the description of this episode has the link. Click it, download it, it's yours. If you're watching on social, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, just type the word me in the comments and we will send you that link. So, everyone, we hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love and gratitude, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.